Good evening. You have joined us on Face to Face. Certainly, there cannot be a winning team without the sad case of the losing ones as well. Here in America, the political arena is caught up in who's the biggest loser. In Ecclesiastes 3, Solomon relates a time for everything, precisely a time to win and a time to lose. Today, in Georgia's runoff Senate election, we will see such unfolding. One of the candidates will relish in victory, and the other in the sting of defeat. However, really, who is the biggest loser or winner? We, the people. If Senator Warnock wins, it means Joe Biden's weak, destructive policies will be furthered by Warnock continuing to rubber stamp all of them. Yet if Herschel Walker wins, there is a standoff. And with the Republicans holding the majority in the House, there is some hope of possibly curtailing the Biden agenda. Nevertheless, our country has unfortunately been in a rather losing mode. As a direct result of what Congress has already passed, such as same sex marriage, Inflation Reduction Act, and assault weapons ban. Not to say experiencing, due to Biden's executive orders, the stopping of the pipeline and the highest inflation level in 40 plus years. But thanks to Elon Musk, those who once sought to limit free speech have now lost in Twitter is shedding light on how freedom of speech had been slowly taken from us by, namely, our government, the biased mainline media, and big tech, as well as individuals that have been around a while, like George Soros. However, really, who is the biggest loser of all? Those that refuse to believe in God, those who fail to accept the fact of humanity's sin problem, and those who reject Christ's offer of redemption. Even though he, while on earth, identified himself with the losers, the poor, the marginalized of society, says, and when the Pharisees saw this, they said to his disciples, why does your teacher sit with tax collectors and sinners? But when he heard it, he said, those who are well need no physician, but those who are sick. Matthew 9, 11, and 12. Jesus willingly became our substitute for sin by dying on a cross. For God made Christ, who never sinned, to be the offering for our sin, so that we could be made right with God through Christ. 2 Corinthians 5:21. Inevitably, mankind was offered Christ's righteousness through having it imputed to us. Therefore, although we once faced the losing proposition of eternity, yes, in hell, now by means of Christ's sacrifice, we can become winners. I can do all this through him who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13. Essentially, while this temporal life allows us to confront many big or bigger losses, those who accept the Lord's work of redemption become the biggest winners. It is not, it is God who arms me with strength and keeps my way secure. He makes my feet like the feet of a deer. He causes me to stand on the heights. Psalm 18:32 and 33. The secular world, my friend, focuses its light and cameras on the momentary winners. But praise be to God, we can be eternal winners. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I go to prepare a place for you. Now I will come again and will take you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also. John 14:1 through 3. Well, might not agree with everything I've just stated, and that's all right. But that's the way I see it. You have a good night.